ladies and gentlemen? My name is Kevin Jackwitz. This is the Kaged Review, and this is WWE SmackDown for Christmas Day, 12/25/18 review. And I'm going to get right into it. I felt like it had kind of a weak opening. You had R-Truth coming out dressed like Santa Claus, Carmella with him looking like an elf, and they're doing kind of a goofy Christmas promo, and Daniel Bryan comes out, interrupts, starts talking about stuff that has nothing to do with R-Truth or Carmella. R-Truth reminds Daniel Bryan that he's going to be number 30 in the Royal Rumble. He plans on winning that and then taking the belt from Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan then just demolishes R-Truth, which you would expect. I don't know, man. I just felt like it was kind of a weak opening. My personal opinion, it didn't do much for me. But coming back, you have Andrade Cien Almas versus Mustafa Ali. That was a pretty damn good match, I gotta say. I like both of these guys. They're highly talented, highly athletic. Short version is Mustafa Ali gets the win. That's 2 in a row since he's been there. Obviously, he's getting a nice push, which I like. I think Mustafa Ali is great. And he's from Chicago. So, not bad. Then you get a Samoa Joe promo backstage, talking about his match with Jeff Hardy. It's later tonight. I like Samoa Joe. He's got great inflection. He really sells his promos, I think. So it was good. Then you get Usos and Gallows and Anderson versus Sanity in the Bar. New Day on commentary, which, honestly, New Day on commentary didn't add anything to anything. They weren't funny this time. They were kind of annoying. They were all trying to talk over each other, and it just didn't work. The match itself was good, though. And Gallows and Anderson wind up pinning the Bar. So out of the 4 guys on each side, this is giving Gallows and Anderson a little bit of a push now, maybe towards a match with the Bar, which would be cool with me because I think that would work. I do like Gallows and Anderson. So, I was happy. Backstage, Mustafa Ali, he's getting congratulated by a lot of guys. Then Shelton Benjamin comes up, says congratulations, shakes his hand, and then starts beating the hell out of him. So, I guess maybe his first feud is going to be Shelton Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin, highly talented, highly athletic. It seems like they're putting Ali with a lot of very good performers to make him look good too. Miz TV is next with Shane McMahon. And Miz TV goes through his little emotional spiel about how his dad has never been proud of him, and no matter what he's done, you know, he's always tried to impress his dad. And then his dad said, you know, if you could team with Shane McMahon, because Miz has been trying, that would be something to be proud of. So Miz kind of panders to the crowd with that, and then eventually Shane McMahon agrees, and now there is a tag team with Shane McMahon and The Miz, and Shane McMahon said, you better not screw me over, and that's kind of the idea there. You get a backstage Rusev promo after that, which you find out it's Rusev's birthday as well as Christmas Day. So he's all excited doing his Rusev Day bit. The crowd kind of reacts to it very good. So that was cool. And then you get a match between Jeff Hardy and Samoa Joe, and as Samoa Joe's coming down to the ring, Corey Graves is like, it's time for season's beatings. And like, he always has these little one-liners. They're just kind of funny to me. And I love Corey Graves on commentary. But Jeff Hardy, Samoa Joe, the match gets thrown out. Jeff Hardy, sick of Samoa Joe's crap, starts beating the hell out of him. Eventually, Joe turns the tables, though, gets a coquina clutch on, and leaves Jeff Hardy laying on the ground, kind of by the commentary area. So, the match was decent, and it looks like, you know, they're building the feud maybe for Royal Rumble. Jeff and Joe going at it, which I would be cool with. After that, you have kind of a unique segment. You got Jimmy and Jey Uso, they're walking together. I forget which one's with Naomi, but they split apart, and the one that's married to Naomi, he's walking down the hall, and then Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville are there. Mandy's coming on hardcore to Uso, and then Naomi comes out of nowhere, and, you know, she's flying over and trying to beat the hell out of Mandy Rose, and, you know. So that's kind of where they finished that bit. Uso's like, you ain't got to worry about her, and then there's mistletoe and Christmas bit. Rusev and Nakamura is the next match. It was actually a damn good match. Like, I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of Rusev in the ring. I'm not really a big fan of the big guys, because that's what they are. They're big. Now, Rusev can move a lot better than a lot of big guys. He's certainly a lot more agile. But he's still a big guy, and he's still kind of limited in that way. But I have to asterisk that by saying it was a really good match. It really was. I was super impressed with Rusev in this. There was a couple of moments in here where he was moving pretty fast and furious for a guy his size, and kept it up. And he, like I said, for, you know, one of the big guys, he is kind of agile. So, good back and forth. The crowd really popped a couple of times. You got your "This is awesome" chants. At the end of the day, it took a second Machka kick to Shinsuke, but Rusev won, new U.S. champion. And then they ended the show kind of interestingly. It was Vince McMahon talking to AJ Styles, and Vince McMahon saying, you know, "What are you doing? This is the house that AJ Styles built." You know, he's asking AJ who he is. And he said, "But yet Daniel Bryan is running roughshod over everybody right now and doing whatever he wants, and you're not doing anything about it." And he's like, "I know you've got this killer instinct inside of you. I know you've got this, like, evil side of you. I want to see it. I want to see it." And he starts driving it home, and then he slaps AJ, and then AJ knocks Vince McMahon on his ass. And you got a bunch of guys walking over, asking if Vince McMahon is okay. He's like, "Yeah, I think so." And he has this big Vince McMahon smile that he always gets. And that's where they leave off. So they're obviously building to something. Vince McMahon doesn't get involved in stuff like this unless he plans on doing something with one of the stars. AJ Styles is absolutely phenomenal, no pun intended. He's just damn gifted in the ring. So I expect to see big things coming from AJ Styles in the near future, which is totally cool with me. And I'll be honest, the show overall, now that we're at the end, I don't feel was as strong as it's been the last couple of weeks. It's good. It's really good. It's a hell of a lot better than Raw. But I feel like it's, you know, it's not... It's had a pretty high bar. I think SmackDown has done really well the last couple of few weeks. And so I'm trying to say that it's still really good, but not quite as good as the last couple of weeks. I loved Mustafa Ali, Almas. I think they had on a pretty good show. I did like the tag match with Usos, Gallows, and Anderson, Sanity in the bar. I felt like that was pretty solid. Rusev and Nakamura, that was a good match too. The Miz thing, I don't know how I feel about that. I really don't. The ending is just kind of a curiosity. So I felt like it was a weak start. But overall, I mean, I'd still give it like a 7.5 out of 10. I like just marginally less than the last couple of weeks. Very strong performance, though, I think, still overall from WWE this week. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm going to leave it at 7.5 out of 10. Creatively, I'm going to make a video about what I think about the NXT call-ups, because I feel like I don't know that they're doing the right thing there, and I'll talk about that in another video, but that is coming. So, ladies and gentlemen, I did like SmackDown quite a bit. Didn't feel it was strong enough as the last couple of weeks. Let me know what you think. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. My name is Kevin Jackowitz. Kaged Nation, out.